AFL today, one team will march straight into the 92 grand final. Will it be the West Coast Eagles or Geelong? Both have made impressive starts to their finals campaigns. The Eagles sent Hawthorn packing, while Geelong blitzed Footscray in the second half of their game. Today's winner will almost certainly start a grand final favourite. The free-scoring Cats or the close-checking Eagles. It's all coming your way on AFL today. Yes, it's a very simple equation. Good evening, everyone, and welcome once again to AFL today. As I said, the winner straight through to the 92 grand final. The loser having to shape up again next week and tackle Footscray in the preliminary final. The West Coast Eagles, it was a history-making day for them because it was the first time they'd played a final at the MCG. The Eagles came over here without one of their stars in Brett Heady, who didn't pass a fitness test, so that was bad news for the Eagles. They'd met two times earlier this year, and interestingly enough, in round 4, the Cats cleaned them up over at Subiaco, but then in round 19 down at Cardinia Park, the Eagles turned the tables. So it looks as though it was a very even match. Which way today was the pendulum going to swing? Let's go to the action now, and we'll pick out firstly the highlights of the first half.
Couch from midfield, where he won the brown. That Guy McKenna, lovely mark, under pressure. McKenna kicks wide, finds Kemp. Kemp at left half back, away he goes. Matera telling him to do just that, kicks long, gets it down towards half forward. Strong mark taken by Hines. From Port Adelaide, Sumich on a lead and marks. Too fast for Handley. Sumich directly in front. Distance shouldn't be a problem for him. 45 metres out, draws it back beautifully, and he's kicked a goal.
Rogers goes up, takes the mark, plays on immediately. Bairstow and Couch running on the other side. This is Couch who's got the ball. Down towards half forward, 2 bounces just outside the 50. Inspirational goal if he gets it. No. McIntosh, Mansfield on the line. Was it touched? It's a goal. A travelled player drives towards the outer side. Stoneham on the lead. Matera, who's playing wonderfully well at the present time. Forward of the wing. Back towards full forward. Sumich on the lead. Juggled mark in front. Well, he's quickly getting on top of Handley.
7 kicks to Matera too, Dennis.
Langdon's hurt. Kicking for his second from 45 metres out. Good looking kick. Wilson goes back. Dropped the mark. Hickmott's got it. Hickmott still going. Couch, he's in trouble. Comes out backwards. Still he goes, Paul Couch. Drops it on the boot. Well done by McIntosh. Roving the pack is Hocking. Hocking 40 metres out. Lines up the goal. Good effort. It's one. Yes, it is. It's home.
McGrath has been Geelong's best defender so far. Lewis, always dangerous close to goal. Mainwaring in the pocket of Bork. Onto the right foot. Too far for Waterman. Oh, has he kicked the goal? He has. An amazing kick.
Eagles by 9 points. Geelong attacking. Here's Ablett. Unsighted so far. In one sense, is a goal in the making. Weaves his way through half-back and boots towards half-forward. Turley, too far under the ball. Hinkley played it very well, knocked it down to his own advantage, ran onto it. Sends it back inside the attacking 50. Lamb comes over the top, knocks it on the ground. Couch, 40 metres from goal, normally gets these.
Actually show how quick he is. McIntosh wins that one over Bill Brownless. He might get a touch here. We've got an attack of the fumbles at the moment. Now he finally comes clear. The hand pass taken by Couch. Ultimately, Bairstow should be able to seal this one. Rogers, good punch away from Wilson, who flips it out to Matera, to Hines. Mainwaring looking for, looking to see what was on offer, or who was on offer. Oh, strong mark, Sumich. He's kicked 3 goals, 2 already. A bread and butter shot. And a goal.
Evans on top of the ball, trying to knock it out. Evans does well. Wilson smothered off the boot by Buse, picked up by Sumich with the right foot. He's got his bib.
We've got the whistle. Lewis off the ground. Sumich. He'll get this one, and does. Lewis takes the hand pass from Turley. Out in front of goal, a marking contest. Off the ground and a goal.
tight first quarter. The West Coast Eagles led by just 3 points, but in the second quarter, a very good term for them. They booted 6 goals 3, restricted Geelong to 4 goals 3, and the margin was out to 15 points at half-time. The Eagles 10-7-67, Geelong 8-4-52. But of course, we only have to go back a week or so, and Geelong was in a similar situation against Footscray. Were they going to come from behind again today and snatch defeat? Time will tell. The all-important third quarter. Incidentally, the crowd at the G today, a very good one for a second semi-final. 71,725 were watching as we go to the action, and we pick it up now at the start of the third quarter.
Geelong have made some changes too. Both their interchange players from the first half on the ground now as Kemp gets it from Harding and hoisted high. Wills goes back. One of those interchange players dropped the mark. Gets it away to McGrath, though, who's played very well. He kicks it down towards half forward. Handley comes to the ball. Mitchell White made a big difference in that second term. Across half back, kicks towards half forward. McGrath fists away from Wilson. Mainwaring close to the boundary line, couldn't pick it up. Put down solidly by McGrath, and he's going to get a free kick, is he? Well,
some of the changes have been made. Dennis Buse is now on the ball roving. Brown has gone into the forward pocket. He's starting the back pocket for Geelong.
Mainwaring, a bit lucky to get that kick, I thought. Boots it down towards half forward. Turley to Lewis to centre half forward. Awkward bounce. He'll be first back. Buse. He's over the ball, then lost it. And here's Matera, who's been superb. Hooks it down towards full forward. Stoneham leads back in the race. What will he do here? He runs it out of bounds. It'll be thrown in. So a throw in right full forward for the West Coast Eagles, who lead still by 15 points. This season, when they've trailed at half-time, Geelong have won 2 out of 6 against St Kilda in round 11. And, of course, last Sunday against the Bulldogs.
McGrath goes up in front. Hines behind him. Rogers. Long hand pass. Couch. One of Geelong's best players in the first half. Brownless. Where's he playing? Centre half forward, maybe. Couch. West Coast have the numbers again. Harding gets on his bike. Across to Mainwaring.
Ablett at full forward too for Geelong.
So Malcolm Blight making quite a few changes. Kemp centering kick. Sumich. Did he get one on the back that time? Yes, says the umpire. He's kicked 6 goals 3 so far for a total of 74 for the year.
Well, what Sumich is doing is leading up into that hole because Geelong can't get the player back. Maybe Barnes should have been instructed at half-time to get back and fill up that hole. Scott Wine does it for Footscray particularly well. Barnes is up around the centre, being picked up by Harding. Maybe it's worth a try because this man is a real thorn in the Geelong side.
So Wine did that yesterday well, didn't he, on Lockett? He moved back down there. Kick on its way. Has drifted off, I think, slightly for only one behind. So 6-4 the tally for Peter Sumich so far. 74 for the year. Hinkley to kick in.
Niles got the job on Waterman too.
That's a good kick. Plenty of distance in it. Stone the target. Goes up high. Can't take the mark. There's Sumich again. Onto the trusting left foot. Hooks it back. Miles. Has he taken the mark against his old side? He has. Against one of his old
Now,
sides.
is that 50?
Go pretty close to being 50. Wills takes the mark. One of the interchange players, Miles and Wills. And his runs out of defence last week were superb. Here's another.
Brownless gets the half volley. Running away from goal. Stops, kicks it very high inside the 50. Up comes Ablett. It's knocked away by McKenna. Well played by Scott. Put his body in. This is Brown. Mainwaring tried to bump him off it. Brown over the ball and a whistle about 20 metres out from Geelong's attacking goal.
Where's Brown playing?
He's playing up on the forward line. He started back, but he was a really good goal kicker early in the season.
There's the bounce. Jankovic and Handley. Pike in trouble. Bairstow got him.
Tackle,
Held
strong
through him.
tackle.
And the bounce. Mark Bairstow in hospital this time last week. Jankovic in front. Handley over the top. Here's danger. Well, not his best kick. Gary Ablett missing to the near side on the dribble. 8-5, 10-8.
15 points the difference. Guy McKenna to kick in. Chips it in short. Kemp, who's played well. Mitchell White has done particularly well since he came on. Hines former Port Adelaide player, to Lamb. Wills late on the scene. Lamb in charge of the situation. Sumich makes a lead. He'll now have to drop back. And Hinkley, safe hands. Need more out of him. Riccardi. No goal scored so far in the third term, but the Eagles still looking rather dangerous. Riccardi from a position short of the right half-back flank, kick up the centre wing. Brownless, Harding, who's been excellent. Lewis can't take the mark. Riccardi again needs support, hasn't got it. Ball spills free at half forward. Again Riccardi goes. Lewis dives on top of it. Could be penalised unless he gets rid of it. It spills out the back from McGrath. He kicks the ball across his body. Wills lost sight of it. Did well to regain sight of it and regain the football. Now here's a chance for Geelong. Couch from right centre wing. Still plenty of run in those legs. Away he goes, the Brownlow medalist of 1989. Kicks up the ball. Who marks?
Now that wasn't a good kick off the boot by Couch. It didn't spin end over end. In fact, it was a missed kick. It was just lucky that Gary Ablett was in front of his opponent.
He won't want it back though, Don, will he? Ablett has kicked 2 goals, 1. The behind came earlier in this quarter. Distance for him won't be a problem. 40 metres out. It's a goal.
Well, that's his third, Gary Ablett. 5 goals, 1 last week. 3-1 to date. He's been averaging about 3 goals a game. Running back, then the missed kick, and because he was in front, able to capitalise. Gary Ablett had a very good season, especially early on, picking up a lot of kicks, averaging about 16 a game.
Well, it took a while, but the Cats got the first goal of the third term. Rucks go at it again. Turley has been pretty good today. Towards half forward. Lewis, can he control it? Back comes Turley. Wills. He's done well already. Couch, hurried kick towards half forward. In front, Mansfield. Good mark. Mansfield, little chip pass inside the 50. Ablett on his knees.
That's that hole I was talking about earlier. You can get it up there quickly. The West Coast have been doing that particularly well for Sumich.
Did he pay the mark or the free kick?
He paid the mark.
Well, you have to pay the mark. You don't pay the effort. And here it is, the mark.
Is it?
Yes, it was. You can see there the speed that man possesses. There's the mark.
Yeah,
and as he went to ground, spilled out.
Ablett from 45 metres then. Another blemish. Behind. He's looking dangerous. 9-6. 10-8. And McKenna to bring it in. Debris is not a factor. McKenna towards the outer side. Jakovic gave a strong contest and got it on the ground. Kemp comes away. Back goes Lamb with courage. Over the top McGrath. Close to the boundary Hines. Quick hands. Lamb has it. Hard against the boundary line. Goes looking for Lewis. Got a hand to it. Couldn't control it. Wills again. Does well. Hughes inside his own defensive 50. Finds Riccardi.
Riccardi, plenty of run off the edge of the centre square. Up towards midfield. Handley. 1 chance. 2 chances. Brown. Couch. Oh, beats 3 of them. Well done to Scott, just off the circle. He'll put the Geelong side back into attack. Missed the magic again. He's got 3-2. 1 goal to this quarter.
Well, the forward line's particularly open, isn't it, Peter? He's able to get up and move, and he's just a bit too quick for John Worsfold because Worsfold's playing him from behind.
Well, he's already, Malcolm Blake, that is, got more out of Ablett in about 10 minutes of play this quarter than he got out of Billy Brownless in 1 half. In the key forward post. Ablett from 45 out. Gets number 4. No. Oh, gee, he's kicked 1 goal 3 in this term.
You look at the player, as soon as the ball's left the boot, and they're a good indication of what's happening. And Ablett not confident as soon as that left the boot. The body started to sway, willing the ball through.
McKenna kicks in. 3-3, the Ablett tally. Oh, McIntosh, great mark. To Kemp, who's having a great game. Duel on centre wing. Hines, yes, good mark in front of McGrath. Lays it off again. Kemp once more. Matera and Riccardi. And Peter Matera absolutely sliced Geelong to pieces in the first quarter. Had 11 kicks, 17 so far for the match. A splendid effort. Boundary throw it on centre wing. It's Barnes with Harding, who wins it. Down to Lamb, ducks the head. Quick left footer. Waterman looks for the free kick. Might be going to Miles.
It was a good play by Miles. He put himself in front.
At his third AFL club. Miles kicks to centre wing. Barnes was the flyer. Can't bring it down. This is Pike. A high kick. Real hospital job. Oh, courage needed there, and Wilson had it. Oh, he'll get a free kick. Well, he deserved it. He made the ball his objective. So the former Tiger, a dual lead down there. No one can take the mark. McGrath again.
Well
gets
done.
met with a great hip and shoulder. Under Couch. Geelong should be able to come clear. They do. Over the head of Scott. Brown's there. Scott again. And that's out of bounds. Not deliberate from the boot of Dean Kemp.
There was absolutely no substitute in football but to run hard at the ball and straight. And McGrath did it on that occasion. You talk about skill and everything else, but if you don't get the ball, you can't execute skill.
It's a boundary throw it on centre wing. Mainwaring goes down. And we'll see a ball up. It's next to the CUB sign on the centre wing position. 15 minutes left in the third term.
Wait for the bounce. Harding and Barnes, shoulder to shoulder. Harding, very mobile for a big man. Wilson, close to the boundary line, keeps it in play, wobbles it down to the pocket, bounces back towards the kickoff line. Lewis fell over. Hinkley was in there. McGrath, he's been terrific. Now he's in trouble. Back comes Sumich. Picked up by Lamb. Comes out the back end of the pack and kicks a goal.
So his inaccuracy this term from set shots may prove costly. We're back to the centre. Barnes, Couch. Couch again. Can't get clear. Taken high by Evans. He'll get the free kick. And a fine contributor to Geelong's cause today. The Eagles have the numbers. Bairstow at the fall of the ball. Pass Kemp. Snapshot. It's good. Colin Barr says yes, sir, all clear. Geelong gets the quick reply. Mark Bairstow gets his second goal.
Well, that's bread and butter for Bairstow, snapping over the left shoulder. He does run in front of the action, Bairstow. We can see him there. He's gone past the screen, and there he is going onto it. And that's his second goal for the game. He kicked one in the second quarter, but he averages 1 to 2 goals a game. Bairstow, 25 disposals a game. Prolific kick getter.
Very important goal, that one, from the 86 Sandover medalist. 14 possessions this afternoon, Bairstow. Barnes towards half forward. Jakovic. Couch again. Had a wonderful game. Pike smothered off the boot. Jakovic. Out wide, Mainwaring. This is White running off half back towards half forward.
Now there's Miles again in front, and that is the way to play it. Well done, Jeff Miles.
He's got the free. Plays on quickly. Buse. Not a particularly good kick down towards half forward. Handley. Off his hands. Some indecision between White and Mainwaring. White eventually to Jakovic. Jakovic breaks away, kicks towards midfield. Awkward bounce there. Lands in the arms of Wilson. Now Wilson, surprised by all of that, touches it down, hooks it back towards full forward. Hand on the shoulder down there.
Yes. He called it, Dennis.
Peter Sumich then, a free kick. He'll kick at his 7th.
Waterman off and Hart coming on as we see there the free kick. You can see that arm across the shoulder.
Sumich started the day with 68 goals. His best effort this season, 11 against Essendon in round 15. This for number 7. Very important kick. He pulls it, but I think it's good. It is. 7 to Sumich. It's goal for goal in the second semi. West Coast at 12-8. Geelong at 10-7.
And Geelong have made a change. I mean, West Coast have made a change. They've now got McIntosh onto Ablett. As we see there, the free kick, and Sumich lining up. That's his 7th goal, as Dennis said. He's kicked 3 in each of the quarters, the first 2. That's his first for the third.
Geelong can't go goal for goal. They're trailed by 13 points. They want more from this man, Gary Hocking. Then they had a handful of kicks. Ablett can't take the mark. McKenna, good backup support. The Eagles' defence working well, as they have done all day. The ball again run out of defence. Pike. This man has done well too. Harding, very mobile for a big fellow. He's done well at the centre bounces as well. Good mark to Rogers.
No nonsense stuff, Rogers.
Oh, that was a mistake made by Hocking. He had his back to the play. Gee, I don't think Malcolm Blight would be too happy with that. And Dwayne Lamb, who kicked the last goal, comes out with the football. Stoner runs at the ball, gets pinned, drops it, knocks it further forward. Wilson's there for the West Coast. Lamb again, good hand pass in the direction of his teammate Turley. On his left foot, Sumich won't miss this. 8 for the day. And 76 for the year. 67 to 86. Suma magic it is. Give him some opportunities and he'll catch it a bit.
Well, they work really hard up in this forward line, the West Coast. They finally get it out. They're not manning up. Look at Hinckley by himself in the goal square. Who is he on? You've got to ask that question. You can't afford to do that in a final.
The Eagles increasing their lead now. Dangerous time for the Cats.
The Geelong runner has gone out to Hinckley too. He's picking up Lamb.
13-8 to 10-7. Geelong need the next goal. Kemp charging through down there and almost taking him out was Bewes. Meantime, Geelong go forward. McKenna does well, drifting across the face of the pack. The crowd want a free kick for Ablett. He went to ground off the ball. This is Matera. Do or die stuff now. Strong grab, Hines. Great effort. David Hines. Down towards half forward for the West Coast Eagles. Barnes. Very good mark in from the side. Plays on immediately. Releases Rogers from half back. Down towards half forward. Brownless in front, virtually unsighted this afternoon. McKenna comes away. Too easy. Harding, to my mind, the hero this afternoon. Jakovic in short. Bairstow defiantly. Mark Bairstow. He's kicked 2 goals. The defensive side of centre towards half forward. Brownless the target. That's better. Good, strong grab.
Bill Brownless, as mentioned, hardly sighted today. Ablett makes a lead. The champ comes out but gets chopped off. Mainwaring
Stood his ground well too. The play was definitely on. Maybe Brownless could have kicked it from there.
This is a great performance from the Eagles this afternoon. If they get to the grand final directly, they're going to be very hard to stop. That should be a free kick to Craig Turley. Turley at the right half-back flank. 91 best and fairest for the Eagles. The kick up the centre wing, badly directed though. And it's a Geelong mark taken by Ken Hinckley. Geelong looking down the barrel a little bit at the moment because the Eagles have answered them at every turn. Marking contest. Nobody can take it. And kick back towards centre wing. Again, the Eagles with the numbers. This is Wilson. Backs his speed against 2 of them. Wilson kicks into the forward pocket. That might be out of bounds on the full against Peter Sumich. The only mistake he's made today. And the free kick will go to number 4 for the Cats in Andrew Wills. Came from the Barwon Football Club. Free kick going to Barnes against Harding. The advantage paid. Geelong goes forward. Mark taken by Brownless. Certainly doing a little bit better up the ground than he did at full forward, where he had only 1 kick, and that was a free kick. Ablett doesn't get the kindest of bounces. Mansfield should go from there, and he popped it through.
Well, the Cats are looking better as Brownless gets a few touches at centre-half forward now.
I've never seen that before, Dennis. 2 interchange players coming off at the, simultaneously. That's Hitmon coming on and Simpson coming on for Geelong. Handley going off.
Miles inside the 50. This is White. Chips it out wide. Mainwaring boots it down towards half forward. Hines is the target. Couldn't hang on that time. Hinckley's got it. And company, and kicks it straight out of bounds on the full. Kemp to take the free. His 20th possession, Dean Kemp. Inside the 50, Sumich goes up, knocked away by Stoneham, taken by Hines, lacking support. It spills free. This is Hocking on his knees, bounces to his feet, hooks it out wide towards the wing. It needs to go out for Geelong. Mainwaring helps them. He fumbled out of bounds then. It'll be tossed in.
A little bit of luck for the Cats there, because Mainwaring would have been off and away. Boundary throw it on centre wing. Barnes against Harding. Hocking, pretty good bump. That was on Pike. He did well to get his kick at it. And again, the Eagles have the numbers. Hand pass from Hines, coming to Craig Turley. As he threaded that one, hit the post. So again, Geelong supporters breathe a little bit easier. Two behinds, kicked by Craig Hurley.
The other player that went off with Hanley getting his shoulder rub, was Paul Brown.
11-7 to 13-9. Well, Matera showed courage there. Harding gives him backup support. Gee, he's been good today. Lamb marks right on 50. Probably too far out to score there, Dwayne Lamb. And in fact, realising that, Matera moves into a slot for him, and he takes the mark in front of Barnes. An excellent performance against Hawthorn, and an equally good one today against Geelong from Peter Matera, and those stats back that up.
Huge kick, this one, Pete.
A big one, isn't it? Matera hasn't scored a goal today. A lead being made by Hart, which he's decided to ignore. Sumich in front of goals with 8. It's not the record in a second semi. That's currently held by George Ganninan of Geelong, way back here at the MCG in 1951. Matera's kick registers only 1 behind, so 2 behinds kicked by him today. 4 players have actually scored 8 in second semi-finals before. Jack Metherell from Geelong, Ken Baxter of Carlton, Alex Giselenko of Carlton, and Kevin Bartlett of Richmond. But Peter McKenna, known to us all on 7 from Collingwood, has kicked 9.
The margin at the present time, as it was at half-time, 15 points. Bairstow on the outer side, brought down by Kemp. Turley sockers off the ground. Here's Hines, just outside the 50. Hart in best position. Oh, well defended by Stoneham. He thumped it away, but Sumich leads in the race. Tries to fist it back to support. It ricochets off Scott, who's been quiet, and goes out of bounds.
He's playing on the wing now, Robert Scott, picking up Chris Mainwaring. There's Handley in a lot of pain.
Throw in, right on the 50. Hines, cleverly. Wilson, confronted, still he goes. Bairstow read it well to Scott. With pace, comes away from half-back towards midfield. From behind Evans, Hughes, almost the mark, play on's the call. Jakovic, Harding again, acquiring kicks. Lewis, can he find it on the ground? Was he held? Still he goes, Lewis. Ferrets it out the back, throws, says the umpire, free kick Geelong.
Well, they've been consistent, the umpires.
So Ken Hinkley gets up, he'll take the free kick. Geelong's defence under a lot of pressure at the moment. Barnes leading Harding this time. Barnes is marked short of right centre wing. Decides to give it to Gary Hocking. He's been pretty quiet today. That's not his greatest kick. Plenty of height in it. Oh, Jakovic! Great grab.
Really, they didn't gain much from that, because all Hocking could do was what he did was put the ball high.
And there's Peter Matera yet again. Well, he's been brilliant today, but again the ball is turned over. This is Hinkley. Hocking. Let's hope this disposal is a little bit better. Yes, it is. To Riccardi, will have to be quick. Pike nearly had him. Ablett on a lead and marks.
Gee, the quickness of McIntosh, I mentioned it earlier. Now, Gary Ablett is no slouch off the mark. Now, McIntosh was right with him, just couldn't get fist to ball.
Go pretty close, Ablett, from there. Decides to run around. McIntosh has nearly got him. Ablett right on the line, goes goalward, but has put it out on the full. And the Eagles again with the answers. And White is going to take the free kick. He's done really well since he came on. In the second quarter, Barnes went for the spoil. Hocking, hand pass, was intercepted well. Eagles looking for a free kick. There is none there, according to the umpire, and it will be about 60 metres out from the Geelong goal.
Well, Paul Harding up to the mark one moment, applying the tackle on the ground the next.
He's been good, Dennis, hasn't he?
Terrific. It's been around the league too. Here's Pike. Away he comes from half-back towards midfield. Up in front, Hines. Falls obligingly for Evans into open space. Hinckley goes back. Sensed the danger. Takes the relieving mark. In short, Scott now. Inside the centre square, plays on. Not a particularly good kick. May have been touched off the boot. I don't think it was, but it doesn't matter. Coming through is Jakovic. Back inside the attacking 50 for West Coast. Sumich played it very well to Wilson from 40 metres out. Wilson, it's a goal. Well, some more Suma magic. And Wilson puts on the finishing touches. 14-10 to 11-7.
Well, Peter Sumich, here it is, the shot behind goal, shovels it out somehow across to Wilson. Look at that. Normally you get it across with your left hand, but he managed to get it over with the right hand, found its mark, and Peter Wilson didn't let Peter Sumich down. His first.
The difference is 21 points. And away go the Eagles again as it's taken by Turley. Marking contest at half forward. Wilson once more, who kicked the last goal, looping hand pass. Matera's got speed, can go from there. 30 metres out, away he goes, and he's got it! The Eagles doing it well.
Now, can you imagine the scenes in Perth at the moment?
15-10 to 11-7, and that previous shot tells it all. Matera has been brilliant.
Yes, and what they're doing now, and they've got plenty of confidence. Look, Wilson just hits it on in the direction of goal, and Matera running onto that ball. Everything going right now for West Coast. A jubilant Peter Matera. As I said earlier, a remarkable transformation has got to come over this game if Geelong are going to get back into it.
Matera got the goal. Wilson got the previous one, but we'll put him down with an assist there. A great effort, 73 to 100. The two number 7s do battle, but it's an Eagles ball again. And here's Matera once more, who kicked the previous goal. Lamb on the lead and marks in front of Hinckley. Well, another goal here, and Geelong would be in real trouble.
Turley is doing very well in the centre square at the present time.
Yeah, cut Couch out of it there, didn't he? And Couch has been one of Geelong's best. Is that a goal or is it touched?
Touched.
I had to ask the question after what happened in the previous half at the other end. 73 to 101. 2 minutes left.
Jeff Miles to bring it in. There's Barnes. Miles goes short. Scott closing on him, Mainwaring. Loose ball. Hines will be first back to Lewis. To the confidence of the Eagles now sky high. Evans to Wilson. They're toying with Geelong at the moment. Kemp will be the meat in the sandwich though. They toyed too long. Held was Couch. Advantage is paid. Mansfield is Scott. He runs through the middle. Scott inside the attacking 50, going back Worsfold with great courage, and White, who's been so reliable back there, comes out to the boundary and bounces it out of bounds. He's been very good, having started on the bench.
Started on half forward when Langdon went off. Oh, actually, he replaced David Hart. They were a little bit short across half forward. The first quarter now has gone to that back line. As Dennis said, has been very, very solid.
The margin, 28 points. Couch, who's been terrific inside the attacking 50. Geelong desperately needing a goal. The hand pass came out from Bairstow, but they can't control it. The clock is down to 1:10 remaining. The Eagles need to hang on. McKenna, it's torrid in there. Pike's got the ball.
Pike's kick up towards centre wing. A race for it here. Courage needed. McGrath goes in solidly on Wilson. And the ball in the meantime out the back of the pack and out of bounds. So throw it on centre wing as the clock ticks down. Less than a minute. Wilson came out a little the worse for wear.
He's been a very influential player in this term, Pete.
He has. Last couple of goals he's had a hand in. Kicked one himself and assisted another one. Rogers on the burst. And it comes to Buse. Buse off the edge of the centre square. Oh, Ablett again, another grass cutter.
Actually, that was a great mark. McKenna, it must have just gone just over his outstretched fingers, and to judge those is particularly difficult, and Ablett took it on his knees. There's a reverse angled shot. McIntosh not quite getting there, but how can you get there when it kicks like that and the player's able to mark like that?
Gary Ablett, just on siren time, has kicked 1-3 in this quarter. He's kicked 3-3 for the match. And judging by lack of crowd reaction, it's not a goal. So 1-4 this quarter he's kicked. 3-4 for the game. Geelong had the task ahead of them in the final quarter. So at three-quarter time, the Eagles in a match-winning position. 15-11, 101 to Geelong, 11-8, 74 at the MCG.
Another excellent quarter from the West Coast Eagles. They booted 5 goals 4 and restricted the Cats to 11-4. At three-quarter time, the Eagles 15-11, 101. Geelong 11-8, 74, a margin of 27 points. And the prize, a week's rest and a spot in the grand final. Who was it going to be, the Eagles or the Cats? Let's go to the final quarter now and find out.
The prize, a place in the grand final. The West Coast Eagles lead by 27 points. Starting the final term, Harding goes up and gets it down. Kemp didn't kick it, now he does. Floats it very high down towards half forward. McGrath misses it. Evans slides in. Buse, haven't seen a lot of him this afternoon, keeps it in front and does well. Still Buse, sliding in his Turley. And the ball up. Out towards the wing. Barnes and Harding. Harding again. Kemp favoured by the bounce. Lamb in trouble. Rogers left it behind. Wilson cleverly. Evans with courage. Still he goes, Evans. Leaping in there was Barnes. Mainwaring off the ground. Matera. Open goal, Matera. It's close. It's a goal.
The second.
And that is not what Geelong wanted, but it's exactly what the West Coast wanted. The first goal at the start of this last quarter, that increases their lead. They're now 33 points up the West Coast. Mainwaring off the ground, Matera out by himself. You've got to have the workers in getting the ball out. And those guys capitalising. Matera is one of them. He's a prolific goal kicker off the wing. Probably the best goal kicking, or the only goal kicking wingman in the AFL. 23
kicks to Peter Matera, and his second goal. The difference now 33 points in favour of the West Coast. And again, Kemp out of the centre. He's been brilliant at that all throughout the afternoon. Rogers punches away. Off the ground, Hines doesn't get it very far. Lamb, long hand pass. McGrath in trouble, pinned by Hart. Can Scott get clear? Yes, he can. Inside the centre square, straight down the middle. The only way for Geelong to go now. White, who has been superb since he came on, takes the mark at centre half back. Nick Mott making sure he didn't get away. If he didn't get up, he would have been penalised 50. Could have been pretty close. We haven't had any today. Or 2 West Coast Eagles. Who's going to be paid that? Hines? No, Wilson. Wilson at right centre wing. Figured in a couple of good goals in the third quarter. Stoneham punches the ball down. Hart, good hand pass. Lamb, will he go off the ground? He picks it up, tries to dodge around 1. Around 2, Riccardi's there for Geelong. And he won't take it over the line. Oh, Mainwaring, brilliant. Chips in superbly. Bends it back. Goal of the day if it's there. A magnificent kick from Chris Mainwaring. Superb stuff. And the Eagles are just about over the line. 17-11 to 11-8.
Well, when you can't start kicking goals like that, the team's in front. Everything is going right for you. There you go. Lambs hasn't got a right foot. He always goes back onto that left foot for a player of his ability. You think he developed that right-hand side, but what a kick here from Mainwaring. Hard on the boundary line. Left foot, puts it up high, hoping, and you see there a jubilant Chris Mainwaring going back to centre wing.
One of the goals of the season without question. Turley's hand pass towards half forward. Matera left it behind. Hocking under pressure. Kemp. They're relentless at the present time, the West Coast Eagles. Sumich. Lamb, who's been very good just outside the 50. High kick, they'll contest about 20 metres out. Hart did well, surrounded by Cats. Oh, great tackle, got him down, Rogers. The umpire wants to ball it up. It was a very good tackle.
Surprising Rogers starting on the bench, and also Miles starting on the bench, because they were very, very good players for Geelong when they came on last week.
The West Coast Eagles without Heady and Brennan this afternoon. If they win today, it'll buy them some time to get back. Matera just outside the 50, looks for support, none on offer, goes to Lewis. Now Lewis could just about kick this. He'll kick from about 45. 17-11 to 11-8. They fell behind by 16 points midway through the second term, the Eagles. But since then, they've been irrepressible. Chris Lewis. No good. They'll contest about 5 metres out. Sumich spoils. Hart's got it. Slung well by Wills. Deep in his own defensive area. Under pressure. Back towards half-back. Harding over the top. Turley leads in the race. His best game for a long time, Craig Turley. When it counted against the boundary, pulls it back. Intended for Sumich. Great courage, Hinkley.
Doesn't lack any of that, does he? Ken Hinkley. Geelong under siege at the moment. Kick number 15 for him. Hinkley from the right back pocket. Brings it up to the half-back line. Barnes with the fly at the back and comes down with the mark over Paul Harding. Or does he? A play on call. Interesting. Maybe they both had hands on it. Harding to Kemp. Lovely vision. Finds Lamb in front of Hocking. The latter particularly quiet today. Wayne Lamb doesn't give you too many easy kicks. He's had 16 himself.
Probably kick this Lamb. Have to go from right on 50.
Decided to go in short. Not a good option. Probably could have kicked it. Lewis, a chance. Messes it up. Didn't get the bounce he wanted. Geelong should be able to clear. Bairstow from Hocking. And he finds a teammate in Andy Buse on right centre wing. Cats looking anything but Cats at the moment. Pussycats. Boundless, haven't seen much of him. He's been very quiet. He was moved away from full forward. Now he gets another chance. He's run down, Billy. Scott, a snapshot from a long way out of behind or out of bounds on the full. It's the latter option. And the Cats forward line in a little bit of disarray. They badly need some goals. They're not going to get them. Certainly not too easily at the moment. McIntosh kicks in. Big pack of players at half-back. The ball fisted over the boundary line again in front of Buse. And once more we'll see a boundary throw in. Well, smiles in one box, frowns in the other.
Paul Brown warming up for Geelong. They're going to make a change, Geelong. I think Mansfield's going to come off. The runner's gone out to him.
Harding decisively down to Matera. Out of bounds. Gained about 25 metres.
25 kicks, Dennis.
And what about that scintillating opening term? There's Brown waiting to come back on. Throw in on the wing then. Barnes works his way in front. Hooks it behind the pack. Matera with pace will arrive first. Generally the case. He'll get a free kick. He was tripped. Peter Matera. Back towards half-back. Taking plenty of time.
Geelong runner's also gone out to Hinkley. He's gone to Mansfield, then Hinkley, so they might be going to do a change there with Brown. No, Brown's gone and sat down, so that move might be coming off.
Here's Hart. Wilson making it awkward. Back it comes to Turley. Cleverly done. Turley smothered brilliantly by McGrath. Wills a half chance, lost it. Turley, clever hand pass, releases Pike from 55, and a good kick too. A very good kick.
Now the reason that happened, Dennis, I mentioned about Mansfield. There he is standing on the mark now. McKenna is his immediate opponent on the half forward line. The runner went out and made a change with Mansfield going down onto the half back line. Hence McKenna went down with him. There he is taking the mark. And Hinkley will be sent up to the forward line, I think. No, Hinkley's come off the ground and Brown has gone onto that half forward line.
Just to make it 45 points.
Today's game is part of the Carlton and United Breweries 1992 AFL Premiership season.
Wonderful performance by the Eagles, out to avenge last year's grand final loss. Peter Sumich booted 8 of their 20. 2013, 133 Geelong, 14-11 of which Gary Ablett booted 4 goals. 133 plays 95. The final margin 38 points. Very good news for the West Coast Eagles. Geelong have got to bounce back next week. Who's the favourite in this one, Geelong or Footscray? It's the toss of a coin, but that's the action coming your way next week in the preliminary final here on 7.
Good evening, everyone. The West Coast Eagles have qualified for their second successive AFL Grand Final, and their chances of breaking through for a first premiership are boosted by taking the direct path with a resounding win over a disappointing Geelong today at the MCG. Peter Sumich led the way with 8 goals, while Bill Brownless couldn't repeat his recent form. Youngster Adrian Hickmott wasn't fazed by his first final. Playing in just his 3rd senior game, he kicked the first goal and followed up with an excellent mark.
Hickmott's in front, up he goes. Good, strong mark.
Langdon was a danger man and was taken out by Ablett's hip and shoulder. The volatile forward limped off after 20 minutes. Peter Matera had 11 kicks on his wing in the first quarter, and Sumich kicked 3 goals.
Sumich on the lead, juggled mark in front.
It's been a difficult week for Chris Mainwaring, but he eased straight into the game. Ablett again showed strength to break a tackle, and the Cats were within 3 points at quarter time. And they kicked the first 3 goals of the second term to lead by 16 points. Matera paid the price for his outstanding opening, but the Eagles dominated the rest of the quarter. Sumich had 6 goals by half-time and had Handley shifted off him.
He'll get this one, and does.
The Perth side had recovered to a lead of 15 points by the long break. Ablett replaced Brownless at full forward. He won the ball well, but kicked 1 goal 4 for the quarter. They were costly misses. If Sumich wasn't kicking goals himself, he was handing them off to teammates.
Wilson from 40 metres out, Wilson, it's a goal.
And by three-quarter time, Besterfield Matera gave his side a 27-point lead and could sense victory. It was a cakewalk in the last quarter. They led by nearly 10 goals midway through.
Goal of the day if it's there!
Sumich has 2 weeks to recover from a hamstring strain, and Western Australia awaits a possible moment in history.
We've got 2 weeks to really concentrate on getting ourselves fit and ready to go and coming up and seeing how we go in the grand final.
We've certainly got the players. We've just got to come up trumps next week and have another go.
So while the Eagles rest for the grand